set against the backdrop of an ocean liner sailing from Mexico to Germany in the year 1933. This narrative unfolds aboard a vessel filled with a diverse group of passengers. Each character aboard the ship comes with their own set of secrets and desires. Among them is a charismatic yet flawed man, Lee Marvinhe, whose presence casts a long shadow. A woman finds herself torn between her attraction to his charm and her disdain for certain aspects of his personality that she simply cannot ignore. He exudes a rugged charm that draws people in, yet his brash attitude often ruffles her feathers, which fuels a complex tension between them. As the voyage continues, their interactions become a dance of conflicting emotions, highlighting her irritation paired with a reluctant fascination. Through shared experiences amidst the swirling dynamics of the other passengers, she wrestles with her feelings, finding herself inexplicably drawn to him, even as she recognizes the traits that drive her up the wall. Meanwhile, Marvinhe seems blissfully unaware of her struggles, continuing to engage with the world around him in a carefree manner that captivates and infuriates her simultaneously. The ocean, like their relationship, presents both calm and storm, echoing the tumultuous nature of their unfolding connection. The movie Ship of Fools, released in 1965, is based on a novel written by Catherine Ann Porter in 1962, sharing the same title. This film adaptation draws from Porter's only true novel, which represents the culmination of a 20-year-long project. The narrative is inspired by her own experiences during a 1931 ocean cruise from Veracruz to Germany. Throughout the story, Porter explores the lives of various characters aboard the ship, each representing different facets of society. The novel delves into themes of human behavior, morality, and the complexities of relationships, all set against the backdrop of a journey across the ocean. Porter's background as a writer of essays and short stories adds depth to her character development and storytelling. The film captures the essence of her reflections and observations, bringing to life the rich tapestry of emotions and interactions among the passengers. The characters' diverse backgrounds and personal struggles mirror the societal issues of the time, making the story both timeless and relevant. The adaptation remains faithful to the novel's spirit, showcasing the intricacies of human nature and the shared experiences that bind people together, even in the most challenging circumstances. The film serves as a poignant reminder of the journey of life and the connections we forge along the way. David O. Selznick had a keen interest in acquiring the film rights to the novel Ship of Fools. However, the situation was complicated because United Artists owned the property and demanded a hefty sum of $400,000 for it. This high price posed a significant challenge for Selznick, who was eager to bring the story to the big screen. The adaptation of the book for the film was handled by Abby Mann, who worked diligently to translate the complex themes and characters into a screenplay suitable for cinema. The production and direction of the film fell into the capable hands of Stanley Kramer, who found himself with a project that seemed to drop into his lap unexpectedly. Initially, Kramer had plans to cast the renowned actress Vivien Leigh in a leading role. However, he was not fully aware of her fragile mental health and physical well-being at the time. This lack of knowledge would later influence the production process and the overall dynamics on set, as the challenges of working with an actress facing such difficulties became apparent. The film ultimately became a significant work, reflecting the complexities of human relationships and societal issues, all while navigating the intricacies of its production background. Vivien Leigh's last film was indeed the 1965 movie Ship of Fools, a drama film directed by Stanley Kramer. This movie proved to be her last film, and the director, looking back on it, felt like she mustered up a lot of courage in taking on this difficult role. She was very ill at the time, but she still had the courage to go ahead and try to make this be a successful production. Ship of Fools was an American drama film that was based on the 1962 novel of the same name by Catherine Ann Porter. The film featured an ensemble cast, including Vivien Leigh, Simone Signoret, and Jose Ferrer. The story revolves around a group of passengers on a ship traveling from Mexico to Germany in 1933, and it explores themes of love, death, and redemption. Vivien Leigh's performance in the film was notable, given her poor health at the time. She played the role of Mary Treadwell, a divorced American woman who is struggling to come to terms with her past. Despite her illness, Leigh brought a level of depth and nuance to the character, and her performance was widely praised by critics. The film's director, Stanley Kramer, was impressed by Leigh's courage and dedication to the project. He later recalled that she was very ill during filming, but she refused to give up, and her determination inspired the rest of the cast and crew. Kramer felt that Lee's performance in the film was a testament to her strength and resilience as an actress. Ship of Fools was a critical and commercial success, and it received several Academy Award nominations. The film's success was a fitting tribute to Vivien Lee's talent and dedication, and it remains one of her most memorable performances. Despite her poor health, Lee had mustered up the courage to take on a challenging role, and her performance in the film continues to be celebrated by audiences and critics alike. Vivien Lee's performance in the 1965 movie Ship of Fools was marked by a sense of paranoia that deeply affected her interactions with fellow actors. This emotional state led to several outbursts during filming, which strained her relationships on set. Many of her co-stars found it challenging to connect with her due to her unpredictable behavior. However, there were a few actors who recognized that she was struggling with her health. These individuals showed sympathy and understanding towards her actions, realizing that her outbursts were not a reflection of her character, but rather a manifestation of her illness. This compassion from some of her colleagues provided a small measure of support in an otherwise difficult environment. Despite the challenges she faced, Lee's talent shone through, and her performance remains a significant part of the film's legacy. The complexities of her emotional state added depth to her role, making it a memorable aspect of Ship of Fools. At the very end of the filming of Ship of Fools, a notable event took place that highlighted the dynamics among the cast and crew. The screenwriter, feeling a sense of accomplishment after the long and challenging process of bringing the film to life, decided to throw a party for almost the entire cast. This celebration was meant to honor their hard work and dedication throughout the production. However, there was a significant exception to this gathering. Hila Golan, one of the cast members, was notably absent from the guest list. The screenwriter was reportedly dissatisfied with her performance in the film. His unhappiness with her work was so pronounced that it influenced his decision to exclude her from the festivities. This incident reflects the often complex relationships that can develop on film sets, where personal feelings about performance can lead to social consequences. The party, meant to be a joyful occasion, became a reminder of the pressures and expectations that come with acting, as well as the subjective nature of artistic evaluation. The atmosphere of the celebration was likely filled with camaraderie among those who were invited, contrasting sharply with Golan's exclusion, which may have left her feeling isolated and unappreciated. Such moments can linger in the memories of those involved, shaping their experiences in the film industry. As the story unfolds, an eclectic group of passengers boards a cruise ship bound for pre-war Germany. This diverse assembly of characters forms a microcosm of 1930s society, each bringing their own backgrounds and secrets. Among them is a mysterious countess, whose journey is fraught with danger as she heads toward a German prison camp. Her presence adds an air of intrigue and tension to the voyage. Another key figure is Dr. Schumann, a charming man who conceals a debilitating heart condition, which serves as a metaphor for the underlying struggles faced by many aboard the ship. The American divorcee, Mary Treadwell, played by the talented Vivien Lee, is a character who vainly attempts to outrun the passage of time. Her efforts to maintain her youth and beauty reflect the societal pressures of the era. Throughout their weeks at sea, the passengers forge bonds and rivalries, revealing their true selves in the process. Secrets are unearthed, and the interactions among the characters highlight the complexities of human relationships. The ship becomes a microcosm of the larger world, reflecting the tensions and uncertainties of the time. As the journey progresses, the passengers confront their fears and desires, leading to moments of both connection and conflict. The film captures the essence of a society on the brink of change, with each character representing different facets of humanity. Initially, the director of Ship of Fools considered the ambitious idea of filming aboard an actual ship. However, this plan was quickly deemed too difficult to execute. Instead, a ship set was constructed at Columbia Studios, which allowed for greater control over the filming environment. This elaborate set extended over 4 sound stages and featured 4 different levels, creating a realistic representation of a ship's interior. To enhance the authenticity of the scenes, a second unit was tasked with filming the backgrounds of the sea, ensuring that the visuals matched the ship's setting. The special effects for the film were handled at Paramount Studios, where the entire ship set was meticulously broken down into 44 sections. Each section measured 16 by 12 feet, making it easier to transport the components for the special effects scenes. This careful planning and execution allowed the filmmakers to create a convincing maritime atmosphere without the logistical challenges of filming on an actual ship. The combination of a detailed set and expertly crafted effects contributed significantly to the film's overall impact and visual storytelling. Initially, the director of Ship of Fools had a strong desire to cast Katharine Hepburn in the role of the Southern Belle, a character that ultimately went to Vivien Leigh. Hepburn was a celebrated actress known for her strong performances and unique presence on screen. However, during this time, Spencer Tracy, Hepburn's longtime partner, was experiencing significant health issues. This situation weighed heavily on Hepburn, who chose to prioritize her commitment to caring for Tracy over pursuing her own acting career. As a result, the director had to look for another actress to fill the role. Vivien Leigh, with her own remarkable talent and charisma, stepped in to take on the character. Leigh's portrayal brought a different but equally compelling energy to the film, showcasing her ability to embody complex emotions and relationships. The casting decision ultimately shaped the film's narrative and character dynamics, leading to a memorable cinematic experience. The behind-the-scenes circumstances surrounding this choice reflect the personal sacrifices and challenges faced by actors in the industry, particularly during times of personal crisis. Vivien Leigh's career took a significant turn with the release of Ship of Fools in 1965. This film marked only her third appearance on the big screen since her iconic role in A Streetcar Named Desire in 1951, nearly 15 years earlier. During this long interval, she had only participated in two other films. The first was The Deep Blue Sea in 1955, where she showcased her remarkable talent in a complex emotional role. The second was The Roman Spring of Mistress Stone in 1961, which further demonstrated her ability to portray deep and nuanced characters. In Ship of Fools, Leigh played a pivotal role among a diverse cast, bringing her unique presence and depth to the film. Her performance was a testament to her enduring talent and ability to captivate audiences, even after years away from the screen. The film itself, set on a ship traveling from Mexico to Europe, explored themes of human connection and societal issues, allowing Leigh to shine in a story that resonated with many. Her return to cinema in this film was not just a comeback, but a reaffirmation of her status as one of the great actresses of her time. The years between her films did not diminish her skills. Instead, they added layers to her performances, making her return all the more impactful. The director of Ship of Fools took great care in how he photographed Vivien Leigh throughout the film. He used a soft, gentle focus that created a dreamy and ethereal quality to her character. This technique helped to build a sense of intimacy and allure around her, making her moments on screen feel special and significant. However, this approach dramatically shifts during her climactic Charleston sequence. In this pivotal moment, she is suddenly shot in a cold, unforgiving, sharp focus. This stark contrast is startling, as it happens so quickly and loudly that it leaves the audience momentarily disoriented. The synchronization of the visuals and the soundtrack in this sequence is remarkable. Even after watching the film multiple times, it remains difficult to determine whether the music cues her movements, or if her movements are timed to the music. This perfect alignment adds to the impact of the scene, making it a memorable and striking moment in the film. The careful craftsmanship in the cinematography enhances the emotional depth of the story, leaving a lasting impression on viewers. Ernest Gold's post-production scoring for the movie Ship of Fools plays a crucial role in enhancing the film's emotional depth. The music imaginatively matches the character Leigh's fleeting sanity, creating a powerful auditory experience. Gold contrasts a brash, abandoned ragtime melody with a lone, melancholy note for strings. This unique combination captures the essence of the character's struggles and the chaotic environment aboard the ship. The ragtime melody, lively and energetic, reflects the carefree attitudes of some passengers, while the solitary string note introduces a sense of sadness and introspection. As these two musical elements alternate at unexpected intervals, they create a tension that mirrors the film's themes of isolation and despair. The sudden shifts in music evoke the unpredictability of Leigh's mental state, drawing the audience deeper into her emotional turmoil. This scoring technique not only enhances the narrative, but also invites viewers to reflect on the complexities of human experience. Gold's work in Ship of Fools stands out as a significant contribution to the film, making the soundtrack an integral part of its storytelling. Oscar Werner received an Oscar nomination for his role as Best Actor, playing the Doctor in the film Ship of Fools. This recognition was significant, especially considering he was billed fifth in the movie. His performance stood out among a talented cast, showcasing his ability to bring depth and complexity to the character. Despite the accolades, Werner faced personal challenges, particularly with alcohol, which had been a major problem throughout his acting career. This struggle became evident during the filming of Ship of Fools, where the pressures of the set and the demands of his role may have exacerbated his issues. The film, which explored themes of human behavior and societal issues aboard a ship, provided a backdrop that highlighted the struggles of its characters, including Werner's. His portrayal of the Doctor was not just a performance. It was a reflection of his own battles, making his nomination all the more poignant. The film's narrative intertwined with his personal life, creating a complex tapestry of art and reality that resonated with audiences. The challenges he faced on set, coupled with his talent, contributed to a memorable performance that left a lasting impact on viewers and critics alike. When Lee Marvinhe was initially approached to play the role of Bill Tinney in the movie Ship of Fools, he turned it down. He felt that the source novel was too highbrow for his acting style. However, the director saw potential in Marvinhe and argued that after many years of working as a heavy in supporting roles, Marvin's career was on the decline. The director believed that Marvinhe needed to diversify his roles if he wanted to become a bankable star. This convincing argument led Marvinhe to accept the role. Taking on this character marked a significant transition in his career. Not only did he successfully navigate this change, but he also showcased his range as an actor. Although he did not win an Oscar for Ship of Fools, he later received the Academy Award for Best Actor for his performance in Cat Ballou, where he starred alongside Jane Fonda. This recognition highlighted his ability to evolve as an actor and take on more complex roles, ultimately solidifying his status in Hollywood. Vivien Leigh spent most of her career performing in her natural British accent on the London and New York stages and in British films. However, nearly all of her work in American films depicted her as a vulnerable, often brutalized Southern woman. This trend began with her iconic role as Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind from 1939, where she portrayed a strong yet deeply flawed character. In A Streetcar Named Desire with Marlon Brando in 1951, she continued this pattern, showcasing her ability to embody complex emotional states. In Ship of Fools, her character, Mary Treadwell, carries some of the haughtiness that Scarlett O'Hara had, but this role is much darker. Mary Treadwell is not just a mere compilation of the various characters played by Vivien Leigh over the years. She represents a more profound exploration of despair and vulnerability. This character reveals layers of pain and struggle that Leigh had not fully explored in her previous roles, making it a significant addition to her filmography. The depth of Mary Treadwell's character allows Vivien Leigh to showcase her range as an actress, moving beyond the Southern belle archetype to portray a woman grappling with her own demons. The film captures the essence of her talent, illustrating how she could convey both strength and fragility in a single performance. The complexity of Mary Treadwell adds to the richness of Leigh's American roles, marking a pivotal moment in her career. Throughout most of the movie, Miss Treadwell, played by Vivien Leigh, is depicted as a character deeply affected by her fading beauty. She often finds herself in a state of inebriation, using alcohol as a means to cope with her insecurities and the passage of time. This role is a complex mix of contradictions. While she clings desperately to her youth, she also confronts the reality of her situation. In one poignant scene, she sits in her cabin, gazing into a mirror as she applies heavy makeup, a stark mockery of her once vibrant beauty. This act of putting on makeup becomes a ritual of denial, highlighting her struggle against the inevitable changes that come with aging. Unlike many of Vivien Leigh's previous characters, Miss Treadwell is not just a tragic figure. She embodies real rage and even violence. This inner turmoil adds depth to her portrayal, making her a more relatable and human character. The audience witnesses her emotional battles, which are intensified by her intoxication. Her character serves as a reflection of the societal pressures on women to maintain their beauty and youth, and her journey is both heartbreaking and compelling. The film captures the essence of her struggle, making Miss Treadwell a memorable and complex character in the landscape of cinema. It is hard to believe that Ship of Fools marks Vivien Leigh's final film. In this movie, her character, Miss Treadwell, reflects on the loss of youth and the beauty that accompanies it. Despite this theme of lamentation, Vivien Leigh's own beauty remains strikingly intact throughout the film. Her presence on screen is captivating, showcasing the timeless allure that she possessed even in her later years. More than just her beauty, Leigh delivers one of the most powerful performances of her career. She brings depth and complexity to Miss Treadwell, making the character's struggles and emotions resonate with the audience. Even though she plays a supporting role, Lee proves that she can still command attention and deliver exceptional work. Her ability to convey vulnerability and strength simultaneously is a testament to her talent as an actress. The film itself is a rich tapestry of human experiences, and Lee's performance adds a significant layer to its narrative. Her portrayal of a woman grappling with the passage of time and the fading of beauty is both poignant and relatable. It is a reminder of the challenges that come with aging, yet her performance shines brightly, leaving a lasting impression on viewers. Vivien Leigh's legacy is not only defined by her beauty, but also by her remarkable ability to connect with audiences through her performances. In Ship of Fools, she encapsulates the essence of a woman reflecting on her life, making her final film a memorable and impactful experience. During the filming of Ship of Fools, Vivien Leigh faced significant personal challenges that affected her performance and interactions with others. She struggled deeply with bouts of depression, which were compounded by her ongoing battle with alcoholism. These issues often manifested in her behavior on set, leading to moments where she was perceived as abrasive by some of her fellow actors. The pressures of the film industry, combined with her personal demons, created a difficult environment for her. Those who did not understand the extent of her struggles found it hard to connect with her, leading to strained relationships. Despite her talent and the iconic status she had achieved, her internal battles made it challenging for her to navigate the social dynamics of the cast. This period in her life was marked by a sense of isolation, as her struggles with mental health and addiction overshadowed her professional achievements. The complexities of her character in the film mirrored her own life, making her performance both poignant and troubled. Initially, Vivien Leigh had a rocky start in her relationship with Lee Marvinhe during the filming of Ship of Fools. One of her main complaints about him was quite surprising. She couldn't stand his breath, which she described as smelling of stale alcohol. This was particularly interesting because Vivien herself was likely drinking just as much as Lee during that time. However, as the production progressed, Lee Marvinhe managed to charm her, and they developed an unlikely but strong friendship. It seems that Marvinhe had a unique ability to win over those who were critical of him at first. Many people who initially found him difficult or off-putting eventually came to appreciate his charisma and warmth. This transformation in their relationship highlights how first impressions can often be misleading, and how deeper connections can form over time, even in the most unexpected circumstances. Their bond became a testament to the complexities of human relationships, especially in the high-pressure environment of film production. As we leave behind the intricate world of Ship of Fools, a new journey awaits. The ship's voyage did not end with the final credits. The lives of those who filled the screens continued in unexpected ways. Our main cast, each a talent in their own right, would navigate stormy seas and calm waters alike. What became of them once the filming wrapped? Shocking turns, triumphs, and challenges marked their paths, leaving imprints far beyond the ship's journey. We'll explore the unexpected twists in these actors' lives, diving into the stories of those who shined on screen but faced trials off it. From Oscar winners to tragic tales, their experiences paint a vivid picture of the unpredictability of fame. Did they find fulfillment in their craft, or did they grapple with the weight of success? Join us as we uncover the compelling destinies of the stars of Ship of Fools, revealing how their extraordinary narrative continues to resonate even today. Jose Ferrer's portrayal of Reber in the 1965 film Ship of Fools is haunting and profound. Reber serves as a mirror reflecting the deeper issues of the characters aboard a struggling ocean liner, embodying a complex mix of cynicism and sorrow. Ferrer's performance brings to life the weight of guilt, loss, and existential questioning faced by those trapped aboard. His nuanced delivery helps convey the tension of the times, revealing a layer of despair beneath a seemingly calm surface. Outside of this role, Ferrer's life was marked by personal trials and controversies. He faced a tumultuous personal life, including a highly publicized marriage to actress Mia Farrow that ended in a bitter divorce. Notably, Ferrer struggled with depression and alcoholism, which plagued him throughout his career. He was also involved in a scandal in the early 1980s, when allegations surfaced regarding his temperament on set, leading to questions about his dedication to his craft. Despite these challenges, Ferrer continued to work in film and theater, directing and mentoring younger actors. As of recent reports, Ferrer passed away in 1992, leaving behind a complicated legacy filled with both artistic brilliance and personal darkness. His life and career remain a poignant reminder of the struggles that can lie behind a successful facade. Simone Signoret portrayed a la Condessa in the 1965 film Ship of Fools, bringing depth to a character caught in the chaos of a ship journey during the rise of the Nazi regime. Her performance was marked by a palpable tension, embodying a woman weighed down by loss and existential dread. Signoret's skillful display of vulnerability highlighted the tragedy of displaced lives. This role came during a pivotal time in her career, enhancing her reputation in Hollywood and Europe alike. However, Signoret's life was marred by complexities. Born in France in 1921, she faced numerous challenges, including the trauma of World War II, which often influenced her roles. She carried the weight of a troubled marriage to director Yves Montand, known for infidelities, which led to personal heartbreak. The couple's relationship was overshadowed by lies and deceit, notably with the affair between Montand and Marilyn Monroe. Later, Signoret battled health issues and the shadows of her past as she aged, often reflecting on the nature of fame and the scars it leaves. She continued acting, lending her voice to significant themes until her passing in 1985. To this day, her legacy remains compelling, a blend of brilliance and personal struggle that resonates deeply. Vivien Leigh's portrayal of Mary Treadwell in the 1965 film Ship of Fools is haunting and complex. Mary is a troubled woman navigating the turbulent waters of a post-war world, embodying a fragile yet intense spirit. Leigh captures her character's vulnerability and depth, reflecting the emotional scars of past choices. This role emphasizes Leigh's unique ability to portray characters suffused with darkness and despair. After Ship of Fools, Vivien Leigh faced significant challenges in her life. Her battle with mental health issues, particularly bipolar disorder, clouded her career, cycles of depression leading to sporadic performances. Leigh's tumultuous personal life often overshadowed her work. Her marriage to actor Laurence Olivier was both passionate and volatile. They navigated infidelity and public scrutiny, which eventually led to their divorce in 1960. Leigh's struggles included financial instability and health problems exacerbated by her mental health issues. She passed away in 1967 at the age of 53 from tuberculosis, a result of years of declining health. Despite her tragic end, her legacy endures through her iconic performances. Following her death, she was honored posthumously for her contributions to cinema, leaving a lingering sense of both admiration and mystery surrounding her life. In the 1965 film Ship of Fools, Charles Corvin takes on the complex role of Captain Teal, a stern yet conflicted figure navigating the turbulent waters of human emotion amidst the ship's diverse passengers. Teal embodies authority, but also grapples with his own frailties, representing the ambiguity of moral choices in times of crisis. Corvin's portrayal draws viewers into the depths of a man's struggle against the shadows of his own making. Charles Corvin's career began in Europe before he moved to Hollywood. He became known for his roles in several films and TV shows, displaying a range of characters often marked by intensity. Despite his success, Corvin faced personal hardships, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in an acrimonious divorce, leading to public scrutiny. He fought with depression for much of his life, a darkness that often pervaded his performances. In later years, Corvin stepped back from the spotlight. He lived a quiet life, far from the glamour of fame. Reports indicate that he continued to deal with personal struggles, but found solace in painting, a passion he pursued until his last days. His health declined, and details about his final years remain sparse, leaving an air of mystery around this once vibrant actor. Corvin passed away in 2021, his legacy marked by the enduring impact of his performances against the backdrop of personal turmoil. In the 1965 movie Ship of Fools, Barbara Luna portrayed Amparo, a complex character caught in the turbulent world aboard a ship heading to Europe in the 1930s. Amparo's role reflected her strength amid despair, showcasing her ability to navigate the challenges posed by the diverse and often troubled passengers. Luna's performance added depth to a film exploring human relationships against the backdrop of impending chaos. After the film, Luna's career continued with various roles on television, gaining recognition for her work in series like Star Trek and The $6 Million Man. However, her journey was not without hardship. In the 1970s, she faced personal challenges, including a turbulent marriage that ended in divorce. This period marked a significant shift in her life, leading to struggles with mental health and a quest for identity. Luna experienced moments of scandal, particularly linked to her relationships in Hollywood, which often overshadowed her professional achievements. Despite this, she remained resilient. As of recent reports, Barbara Luna continues to be involved in the entertainment industry, attending conventions and interacting with fans, maintaining a connection with her storied past. In the 1965 film Ship of Fools, Heinz Rühmann portrayed the character Lowenthal, a Jewish mental patient grappling with the horrors of a changing world on the eve of World War II. Rühmann's performance captured Lowenthal's internal struggles and deep sense of isolation, reflecting the broader anxieties of the time. His ability to convey vulnerability added a poignant layer to the film, marking it as a significant, albeit haunting, moment in his career. After Ship of Fools, Rühmann continued to act in films and theater, showcasing a talent that ranged from comedy to drama. However, his life was plagued by personal hardships. He faced scandal in the late 1940s when he was rumored to have collaborated with the Nazis during World War II, which tarnished his reputation in post-war Germany. Rühmann struggled financially in his later years, and personal losses took a toll on his well-being. In his final days, Rühmann remained relatively reclusive, far from the public eye that had once adored him. He passed away in 1994, leaving behind a complex legacy marked by both brilliance and controversy. The last known information suggests he is remembered as a man who faced both acclaim and adversity, a testament to the turbulent times he navigated. Elizabeth Ashley's portrayal of Jenny in the 1965 film Ship of Fools stands as a haunting reflection of her complex artistic nature. In a narrative rich with emotional turmoil, Jenny embodies the spirit of a woman struggling with loneliness and desire amid the tumultuous backdrop of a world on the brink of change. Ashley's performance captures the essence of vulnerability, leaving an indelible mark on audiences, while establishing her as a formidable talent in Hollywood. Following Ship of Fools, Ashley's career trajectory became as entrancing as her role. She became known for her versatile performances on stage and screen, but her personal life often overshadowed her professional successes. Rumors of tumultuous relationships followed her, particularly a high-profile marriage to actor James Ferrantino, which ended in bitterness and allegations of infidelity. Ashley faced public scrutiny over various romantic entanglements and was reported to have battled with substance abuse, leading to a downward spiral that tainted her reputation. In later years, Ashley refocused her career and personal life, earning acclaim in theater. However, she continued to face challenges, such as a serious health scare when she was diagnosed with a rare medical condition. More recently, her life appears quieter, steeped in reflection rather than the chaos of her earlier years. Not much has surfaced about her activities, leading to an air of mystery that surrounds her current state of living. Oskar Werner's portrayal of Dr. Schumann in the 1965 film Ship of Fools stands as a haunting testament to his abilities as an actor. The character, a complex psychiatrist, grapples with the darkness of his own thoughts while diagnosing others. Werner's performance showcases a man burdened by his own demons, navigating the turbulent seas of human relationships and emotional turmoil aboard a ship filled with diverse characters. His intense gaze and subtle emotional range drew audiences into the enigmatic world within Dr. Schumann, illustrating the profound loneliness and existential dread that defined his journey. Off-screen, Werner's life was marred by personal struggles and scandals. He faced mental health issues that affected his career, contributing to a tumultuous relationship with Hollywood, and ultimately leading to feelings of isolation. His work was often overshadowed by his turbulent affairs, notably with actress Julie Christie, which turned into a scandalous public topic. A staunch critic of the film industry, Werner found himself at odds with directors and production companies, leading to a complicated career trajectory. In later years, he sought solace in literature and philosophy, reflecting a deep search for meaning amidst his hardships. Despite his challenges, Werner left an indelible mark on the film world, remembered for his intense roles and personal battles. The last known information about him speaks to a reclusive final chapter, where he withdrew from the public eye, dedicating his time to writing until his death in 1984. His story remains a poignant reminder of the duality of an artist's life, plagued by the shadows of both acclaim and despair. Werner Klemperer portrayed Lieutenant Hübner in the 1965 film Ship of Fools, a character that embodied the conflicting emotions and complexities of life aboard a ship during a turbulent time. Hübner stood out for his internal struggle, reflecting the moral ambiguity faced by many during the rise of fascism in Europe. Klemperer's performance brought depth to the role, highlighting themes of fear and silence arising from political unrest. Klemperer's career after Ship of Fools flourished, as he became renowned for his role as Colonel Klink in the television series Hogan's Heroes. This performance, however, was complicated by his personal history as a Jewish refugee from Nazi Germany, bringing an unsettling irony to his comedic role. Klemperer faced hardships, including a tumultuous marriage to actress and writer Karen Klemperer, which involved public scrutiny and eventual divorce. He also dealt with the challenge of being typecast in comedic roles, despite his talents in more serious acting. Later in life, Klemperer remained active in theater, television, and voice work, revealing a dedication to his craft. His later years were marked by declining health, leading to a quieter life in California until his death in 2000. The world he once navigated, filled with struggle and irony, echoes in the lasting legacy of his work and the shadows of his past. In the 1965 movie Ship of Fools, George Segal played David, a complex character trapped in a world of moral uncertainty and personal turmoil aboard a passenger ship. David is portrayed as a man grappling with his own demons, reflecting the struggles and isolation of those around him. Segal's performance reveals a depth of character that resonates with the film's themes of disconnection and longing, showcasing his ability to embody profound emotional states. After Ship of Fools, Segal's journey was marked by significant highs and lows. He found success in films like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and the comedies that followed, yet his career was often overshadowed by personal hardships. In the early 1970s, he faced struggles with addiction, which took a toll on his health and relationships. In the 1990s, Segal encountered further challenges when his marriage to actress Marion Segal ended amid rumors of infidelity. His later years saw him rebuilding his career and personal life, earning acclaim in television series like Just Shoot Me. Despite the setbacks, Segal maintained a complex legacy through his work and personal experiences. His recent years were quieter, with fewer public appearances, reflecting a shift toward a more private life. The last known updates indicate his continued journey navigating the intricacies of age, creativity, and personal reconciliation. Lee Marvin's portrayal of Tenny in the 1965 film Ship of Fools is a powerful performance that reveals the character's deep despair and isolation. Tenny, a troubled man grappling with his own demons, reflects the fragmented souls aboard the ship, embodying a haunting complexity. Marvin's ability to portray this raw emotion draws the audience into the struggle of his character, marking it as one of the standout roles of his career. After Ship of Fools, Marvin's career continued to flourish with memorable performances in films such as The Dirty Dozen and Cat Ballou, but his life was marred by trials. Known for his tough guy image, Marvin struggled with alcoholism, which plagued much of his career. He faced scandals, including tumultuous relationships, notably with actress and former wife Michelle Triola. In 1980, he also battled severe health issues, undergoing surgery for a brain condition, which resulted in loss of some mobility. Marvin's personal hardships compounded a life that was both celebrated and troubled, hinting at the darker shadows that lurked behind his on-screen bravado. He lived a life fraught with a contrast of public success and private turmoil, leaving a legacy that is as mysterious as it is compelling. The last known information indicates Marvin passed away in 1987, yet his intricate blend of charisma and despair lingers in the minds of many to this day, making his story as captivating as his roles. As we wrap up our discussion of Ship of Fools, it's hard not to feel a wave of nostalgia. Released in 1965, this film not only showcased a remarkable cast, but also explored profound themes through its unique storytelling. If you grew up watching this film, you might remember the captivating performances of Vivien Leigh, who fought her own battles with mental health, or Lee Marvin, whose charisma brought depth to his character. Perhaps the scenes aboard the ship reminded you of simpler times when family movie nights were a cherished tradition. Ship of Fools confronted many challenges of its era, touching on issues of love, loss, and the human experience. As we reflect on these characters, we invite you to share your memories. Did this film shape your childhood in some way? What stories do you recall connected to it? Please take a moment to comment below with your thoughts and experiences. Your memories help keep the spirit of this classic alive.